hero. There you go.
Alright, fun stops now. If you're watching, you have entered the scariest, oh, I'm gonna die. Scariest place on the internet.
Week 3 is Spooktober, right?
So I hope, yeah, week 3.
Week 3 is Spooktober.
Week 3 of 4, so.
We're playing a CD.
Yeah.
If any of you have been in the Army before, week 3 is probably the hardest a week of the whole month.
That's when they take
you're
your
in
gun
our,
away and they tell you to take a hike.
Yep.
No more food.
You know how they go, what's that thing they do? I don't know what I've been told. That's what you've just tuned in for. So welcome to Hangouts. This is the show where, and say hello in the chat. Make sure we sound good. Some tech demons tried to kill us, but we prevailed. So thanks for joining us. This is the show where we play old games, new games, games that no one knows about. Tic-tac-toe, Jenga, or Silent Hill. We're continuing our spooky month of scary games, and we're playing a game that you have played before and beaten the game.
Oh, yes.
And a game that sound is delayed or picture is delayed. Well, that's bad.
Oh, man.
Hold on. I think I know what to do. No, I don't. Let me see here.
Who said that?
YouTube.
I think that's fake news. Well, hold on. Let me,
2012.
wait, I can just play it and I'll see if it's fake news. Let me see if it's fake news. Frick! Here, this is a test. This is a test. I think that's fake news. Well, hold on. Wait, I can just play it and I'll see if it's fake news. Let me see if it's fake news. Frick! Hey! Here, this is a test on am I delaying?
So I'm going to talk about this a little bit.
Hey!
We're good.
This is a test on am I delaying? Okay, we're just going to be a little fricked up. That is confirmation. Yeah, we're going to be a little fricked up. But you know what? I think it makes it scarier, honestly. So
yeah, it means you don't know what's coming.
You don't know what's coming. So, but thank you for finding that out.
Well,
but I have no control. I think what's happening is because we're doing the emulation and on that. I think it's kind of.
Oh, well, all right. So Life in Lemons, right? But let's talk about the games.
Let's talk about the game. So you
I don't know if you guys can see this, but we are playing the original Silent Hill for PS1. And this game came out back in 1999. So this is a pre-millennia game.
Pre-9/11.
Yeah, pre-9/11. So spooky. Before the world changed completely, sure.
Very spooky.
I beat this as a young teenager. I got this from I got it from a used game shop called Video Game Dungeon, which is
spooky.
Yeah. Video Game Dungeon, which is in the Daytona Beach Flea Market in Daytona Beach, Florida. I used to live down there as a kid, and now here we are in southwestern Ohio. So this game has traveled a league and a fortnight to get where it is today. And yeah, 1999. And it's one of the scariest games, I gotta say, that I've ever played. The graphics, I haven't played it in probably 15 years, I guess, but graphics have probably not held up super well in light of that, because it is an old PS1 game, and I think...
Yeah, HDR.
I think it's missing that one. 1080p.
You know what? They couldn't
but no HDR, sadly.
In the words of Jacob told us, we told him to play Uncharted 1, and he went and played it, the remaster, and he said, that game looks so old. And I was like, dude, just don't even bother.
Yeah, this one looks even older, surprisingly, than Uncharted, the first game. So,
Okay, I am going to set the atmosphere. We need to be in a spooky...
Yeah,
we need a freaking spooky...
What's the best light for this game? You're the veteran.
I'm saying red, because red always is kind of like... there are segments in this game. I don't know if anybody's ever played this or seen the movie, which the movie is, hit or miss depending on who you
I saw the trailer for the movie. It was pretty dope.
I actually really like that movie. Everybody else seems to hate that movie completely, but I thought that's perfect, by the way. I thought the movie was actually
going to develop some film.
Yeah, a really good representation of the game. The movie was a great representation of the game.
Shoot.
It really invoked the same atmosphere. That's what I'm talking about, stuff like that. And
Bro, is there a tank?
that was a cop car, I think. But just there are sections of this game that really evoke like a sense of dread, and you don't want to go on, but you cannot possibly put it down because it just sucks you in that well. So I think everybody will really enjoy this.
Yeah, so me and Travis have not played this at all.
Besides Zach, because
Never seen this.
scary.
Yeah, never played it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to be scared at all. These graphics are too bad. I don't think I'm going to scare once.
That might be fine, but even like old school Resident Evil 1 today, like still evokes a sense of panic in me.
Yeah.
And it might be just because of the tank controls and like the atmosphere, but I think this one will still do a pretty good job.
Luckily, I'm not scared of anything, so I'll be fine.
You'll be good.
What was I going to say? He was asking, what's your favorite Silent Hill?
Oh, this one I think.
This one?
Yeah, 2 is really great. Man, they're morbid games. They're so macabre, all of them.
Okay, here we go. Here's the beginning.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and watch this.
I've been dying to play these.
So we missed kind of the first section of the prologue or whatever.
Because they played at the beginning.
Yeah, so you're this dad, I think his name's Harry.
Harry Dad.
Harry Mason, yeah. And you're taking your daughter to Silent Hill because for some unknown reason she is just drawn to that city, and you take her there. Get in a car accident, and now you're separated from your daughter, Cheryl.
Cheryl. It's quiet, too quiet. This place is like a ghost town. Cheryl. Jason! Jason! Can't even use the analogs. Oh yeah, you can. I go back and forth with it. Can't go left and right.
So I think it's tank.
Did it have analog?
I think so.
Support?
I think so.
But it's kind of tank scroll, so
Yeah, so it is
matter,
tank
guys.
controls. You're not going to be able to use like the right stick for using the camera, but
I love that snow effect. That's how MGS1 was as well.
Mm-hmm. So it's interesting what they kind of did. Yeah, this had analog control in the manual at least. I think it's snow in this game, but I think in all the others it's ash.
Oh. I wonder, is it snow or is it ash?
I can't remember.
We might not know.
Yeah, I think it is just snow. They never clarified it in this one. I can't remember, but this is based on a real town in Pennsylvania that underwent a coal mine fire.
Hey, wait, stop.
And the fire is just burning like perpetually forever. It's been burning for like 20-some years, maybe even longer. And they had to evacuate the town because the fumes are so noxious and toxic that no one can live there.
Yeah.
And it looks very much like this. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
I think you lost her there, bud.
No, I'll get her back. Oh, I can run. So this kind of style of game in these old kind of very low polygon, there's a game, did you see, called Back in 1995 or 1990? I think it's called Back in 1995, and it's kind of a horror mystery game that people are making, and it looks just like this.
Really?
It looks like these old PS1 games. People were kind of excited for it. I don't know if it came out or not.
Since we were kind of doing this month, and maybe we'll have to do it another time because I think we've already got the rest of the month slated out. But I think the original game that kind of set up this genre of survival horror was
Alone in the Dark.
Alone in the Dark.
I have that on PC.
Yeah. So they have the latest one that I remember they had one come out in like 2007 that I remember was like really terrible. I never played it, but the first one that I ever did play was The New Nightmare, and that was on PC.
Oh, shoot, that looks bad. With the fog and stuff, it's kind of hard to see because we're not playing on a CRT TV. It's a little bit different. It's more pixelated, but
You can set up filters, can't you?
I wonder if I can.
this
I think I
PS
can.
probably do
Yeah, right here. I
post
think.
processing and stuff.
Select filter. Let's do.
CRT.
Okay. There we go. We're getting the I mean, this is what you guys would see. Looks just like this. It's pretty. It's pretty dark. I like how the camera angles are going nuts right here.
I was gonna say we're up above.
That's strange. It's getting darker.
I can tell.
Do you
it's
hear the
getting-
siren?
Yeah.
That's important.
Oh gosh, I'm already hating this, scary wise. Dude, they're going nuts with these cameras.
I played it for about 20 minutes, and I was in a living room, and a thing came at me, and I could not figure out how to kill it. So you played on DOSBox, like it's old.
Yeah, that's an old game.
What's this? This kind of reminds me of why, like, for some reason it's scarier to watch scarier movies on like VHS or like you know what I mean? Those older ones for some reason are just a little bit scarier. Like, I don't know what is it, the graininess or like.
Yo, this is trippy.
I'm gonna turn it up a little bit.
I'm already spooked. Cause I'm already a demon. Okay, looks like a haunted house.
We just went to a haunted house the other night called The Cave.
Was it like this?
It was a lot like this.
They had dead carcasses.
What is this?
Oh
What's going
no.
on here?
Oh my gosh.
What's going on here? What the frick? Frick, get me away! Is he like humping my leg? Get out of here. What's this doing? I was supposed to die.
Maybe not.
Am I supposed to die? Alex, you're right. I played through the whole Alone in the Dark game, 2008. It was poo-poo.
Can't confirm it was doo-doo, but...
So yeah, you were supposed to die.
It was like a Demon Souls intro.
Oh, okay. This is kind of like Demon Souls.
So far, yeah.
Was I dreaming?
How do you feel?
Felt better.
It's just the motorcycle
I've
cop.
been run over by a truck. But I'm alright, I guess.
Glad to hear it.
You know, I think this is one of the first games that I ever played that had voice acting. in it.
Really?
Yeah.
I love
Metal Gear
how,
Solid 1 was my
I love
first
how
one.
simple the voice acting is, though.
Wait a
It's,
second, I'm just a tourist.
it's just a couple lines here and there. It's not
I
like...
came here for a vacation. I just got here. I don't know what happened. I'd like to find out myself.
The soundtrack is dope.
Have you seen a little girl? Just turned 7 last month. Short, black hair. My daughter.
Sorry. The only person I've seen in this town is you.
Where is everybody?
It's just like a dream.
I'd tell you if I knew, believe me. But from what I can tell, something bizarre is going on.
Yep.
That's all I know. What's your name?
Harry Mason.
Harry Mason.
Sybil Bennett.
Sybil Bennett.
I've seen
I'm a
that
police
name
officer from
before.
Rams, the next town over.
Is she a popular
The
character?
phones are all dead, and the radio too.
I think she's
I'm
only in
going back
this
to
one,
comments and reinforcement.
but she's in the movie as well.
Sybil Bennett.
It was actually the woman that played Andrea in The Walking Dead.
Hold it.
I don't know if you're familiar with
Where
her.
do you think you're
I know
going?
what she looks like. I don't know.
My daughter. I've got to find her.
My daughter. You gotta
No
find
way.
her.
I love this
It's
music.
dangerous out there.
It's like the diner where they
In
shot.
that case, I need to find her
Tommy
now.
Wiseau
That little girl.
video. Scary.
Kind of a stupid question, but did you guys catch the YouTube crash where YouTube went offline? I did. I think
Have
people
you
were,
got a gun?
people's kids were probably pulling their hair out, I think.
What happened there?
Passed me by. I didn't
YouTube went down
Take
for like
this
an hour, a couple hours
and
or
hope
so.
you don't
Something
have
like
to use
that.
it.
I was not around when it happened, but the great YouTube crash of
listen to me.
2018.
Did they say what?
No, they
Before
never
you
said
pull
why.
the trigger, know who you're shooting.
Bob trip over the wire? Or what?
This word's to live by. Before you
Don't
pull the
do it
trigger,
unless you
know who
have
you're
to.
shooting.
And don't go blasting me by mistake.
I just love this aesthetic. Some of these games
Yeah, thanks.
have a certain nostalgia, and some of them really don't. They look like crap, but
You do
Yeah,
best
this
to
one's
stay
got a good
nearby.
vibe.
I'll be back with help as quick as I can.
There's so much atmosphere visually, regardless.
well,
of
they
the-
worked with the limitations, which I love. Which is you couldn't have great draw
Yeah.
distance back in this day, so they used that to like as a scary thing.
You know, Silent Hill is like Resident Evil in a lot of regards, not just like gameplay or aesthetic, but trend in the game progression. Like every game kind of after 2, I think, got worse.
After this one,
Yeah, but it had like, you know, it had dips and it had troughs and stuff and peaks. I thought Homecoming was pretty good. That was for Xbox 360 in that generation, kind of early on.
yeah.
That one had a really great aesthetic, a really great atmosphere.
I'm realizing Deadly Premonition is Twin Peaks meets this game meets Resident Evil 4. That map just like made me think of Deadly.
Someday, someone may experience these bizarre events. Hopefully, they will find my notes useful. Oh, that's how you save.
Nice. How meta.
Tubo and Alex, have you heard some of the rumors why YouTube went down? No. Tell us. I didn't
Tell
know.
us, spill the beans, bro.
Spill the beans.
This could get nuts real quick.
I don't know if you noticed that thing outside, did you?
No.
That's fine.
Whoa! I got scared of that chair.
Get the. There's a box of bullets on that table there.
Okay. There we
Give
go.
me back my bullets.
Oh, it's already.
Get that
This, I
knife.
think this was
Go
also
get that knife and those pills.
the last generation where you couldn't really tell what everything is on the screen. Especially back in the 2D era, I was like, is that a bear with a flame on its head? You know what I mean? It's like, oh no, it's supposed to be a lion, or
Yeah.
it's supposed to be like this item.
You know, I never did play Silent Hill 3 or 4.
I hear people really liked 4 as The Room.
Yeah.
And that had a
The
cool,
Room, I watched a
remember
video about
reading
that.
in game magazines, I was like, this is too scary for me, but what a cool concept how this starts out. And all
Yeah.
So the third game.
What's that?
that. Uh-oh.
Radio. What's going on with that radio?
I want to know why YouTube went down. I'm just spooked by YouTube. I'm spooked by Silent Hill. And I'm spooked by that. Oh, frick, there's a bat.
You got a gun, right?
No. Let's see. I got a map. Here's where not to go.
Oh, geez.
Oh yeah, I do got a gun.
Wow.
Blast it.
I'm gonna blast you now. I got a gun, dude.
Better get the business man.
How do I shoot?
Not that button.
Is this turn-based combat?
Oh, gosh.
How do I shoot?
Are your controls mapped correctly?
Yeah.
Get the manual. Here.
Gotta open up the manual.
Let me try. I might have to switch seats with you.
It says here,
Read that in the.
the attack button while pressing R2 button.
Okay.
Radio. What's going on?
Man,
with
this
that
brings back
radio?
memories.
What up, Will? We're just
So hold R2.
fighting bats. Hold R2.
So, okay, select is the map. Oh, no. It's inventory.
Select his inventory. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So R2 must be locked on.
So it's like Resident Evil.
This is no dream. What's happening to this
Bro, this
place?
music's dope.
Places.
Oh, so you can only move forward and backward with the analog.
Yeah.
I'll just do the D-pad now.
Yeah, the D-pad has just worked out for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna chill with that pocket radio. Okay, so X is run.
Oh, shoot. Listen to this. Get ready to be spooked.
Okay.
There are several rumors. Google testing AI. Government took YouTube down because some lengthy stuff. And best rumor is about a video that went viral, allegedly. A video about a military man. And the announcement of something hitting the moon.
Stop.
The best evidence of that is the YouTube video at the title, YouTube Went Down. Was it to quarantine and erase a video of something hitting the moon?
Well,
Will wants this game to be remastered by Bluepoint. Now, they did do a remaster of
2 and 3.
2 and 3, and those turned out like doo-doo. Because,
Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Leave me alone, bat.
Because part of this game's charms is kind of like that fog. It's that whatever, and I guess they remastered it too well in 2 and 3.
So
You know what
I hear
happened? You
that-
know what happened, right?
What?
I watched a video on this.
Oh,
so,
I thought it was that some of it was too nice and it
well,
took
what
away from
happened?
the atmosphere.
Here's what happened. The final source code for 2 and 3 are
They
lost.
lost it. Yeah, they lost the original.
So they had to get an earlier version of the code.
Yeah.
And finish it, and they had to redo all the voices. All the voices
Oh
are
my
re-recorded,
gosh.
and so you get different performances. Some of it's the same actors, but it's different takes because they had to re-record. And the fog stuff's not the same because they couldn't get it the same.
That's why you use Git. That's why you use Git. Right?
Yeah,
But
they
the
weren't using
final
Git back
source
then,
code
no.
for 2 and 3 is lost. No one has it.
Wow.
So this is another
nuts.
reason here. Like the Earth has just suddenly dropped off and disappeared into the abyss. I'm just on like a street corner.
Dude, between this and something hitting the moon.
Is this pretty much open world, right?
Listen, hey, Will's got a good theory. The moon is a ball with a lamp inside hanging on the stars close to the Earth.
Here's my only thing, and
Okay.
maybe that's true. Maybe they're quarantining a video. The internet is bigger than YouTube, so like the video would be other places.
Well, maybe or maybe not because like most of
Maybe
the
they-
internet's DNS runs through Google.
Yeah, maybe they shut it down. They said, we don't want people to know about this moon thing.
I mean, I
just watched The First Man, the movie, and now I'm into moon stuff, so I don't know.
Well,
Maybe something hit the moon. The
I mean-
Lance of Longinus, I think, might have hit it. Maybe third impact's near.
Oh shoot. I'm probably out of bullets now. I've been gunning and running.
Why didn't Neil Armstrong just kind of kick in the surface of the moon and see if that lamp was there, Will?
He should have just kept going. He might have hit something. Okay.
What were the other? Were there other theories? Or were they not?
I think he gave us all the theories.
It probably was just a bad patch. A bad OS patch on some servers or something.
But what's weird is Google never goes down, though. Like, YouTube never goes down, so that is kind of weird.
So
Watch the
what
video,
that means-
Dweebo, then you're really going to be spooked out. I will watch that video. I definitely will.
So the way that things
Right.
work, though, their web servers are behind a load balancing server or servers, and so their load balancers probably went down.
I think it involves the moon, though. So,
The obvious explanation.
you
Oh geez.
sheeple. YouTube goes down. Major outage Tuesday prompts outcry on social media.
Well, that's what.
Hey, I am seeing the moon thing on here.
A lot of people just can't handle
There
it.
is the moon.
That's what you
He's talking
goons
about.
get for using a centralized platform like YouTube. I told you.
A lot of people can't handle just not getting the thing that they want immediately when they want it.
You guys got to get federated, dude. You got to use something else.
Bro, why don't you hop in one of these cars?
Just drive on out of here off the edge of a cliff.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Send your daughter a text, say, meet me at Main Street in Beckman in 5 minutes or your butt's stuck here. I don't want
The way that when I was a kid to know to
No
go home,
iPhones yet. No, barely any internet yet, dude.
the way that I knew when to go home was the street light went on when I was a kid. So where's the street lights on?
Uh-oh.
Down here.
Don't come at me with that. Something in the back of this cop car. Yes.
Very atmospheric.
The Key of Lion. Man, you
The CEO apologized for the downtime, but did not provide additional details for the outage. Yeah, I think they are hiding something with the moon.
You should have never told him that.
Thank you, AI 2012. I will get to the bottom of it.
AOI 2012, why did you tell him? He's not gonna, he'll talk about this for years to come.
Well, I gotta get to the bottom of it.
Oh. Zombo dogs.
The Philadelphia Police Department advised residents not to contact emergency services amidst the outage on Twitter. Yes, our YouTube is down too, the police department said on Twitter. No, please don't call 911. We can't fix it.
My God. People call the cops because YouTube is down.
They might have done it as a joke, like the police department or something.
What else are you gonna do? You can't watch your vids.
How does YouTube go down for an hour at this point? That seems insane, tweeted New York Times tech reporter Mike Isaac. Mike Isaac was probably foaming at the mouth, the tech reporter.
Can you imagine how much YouTube makes in ad revenue a day?
When I was going on Twitter and seeing that it was down, I was like, I bet that is kind of like, I never realized if YouTube goes down, you know how fricked like I am, like
Yeah.
everybody is, like, because you might be looking up how to do something, maybe a how to, or like, and you go in there and it's all like blank and stuff, and it's like returns an error. Like I would just start crawling on the carpet. I mean, what else can you do?
Ugh.
And it hasn't been that long that we've had it, but if we don't have it,
Yeah.
it's fricked.
That was cool how he fell and he got like, he had a stumble animation.
Will follows up and says there is a really great chance that we're all living on a simulated universe.
Man.
Will, I like that you're here. I'm liking what you're dishing out.
I've heard the simulated universe thing, and I'm totally open to it, but I have never had someone make actual sense to me.
So if you do both bumpers at the same time,
I
you
thought he was
do
about to
it.
go to simulated.
I thought he was too. No, he's just...
I've had so many people say, dude, it's quantifiable. It is just true that you can prove it through science, and I just don't. I'm all ears, man. But people start sounding like cuckoo, man. Just explain it.
You're not up with it.
Come on, Will.
AOI 2012 agrees with Will. AOI 2012 is also asking, should I spoil the video? I say go for it. YouTube is like cocaine, can't live without it anymore, except I never did drugs.
Spoil what video?
The video about the moon thing.
Let me guess.
Yep.
Something hits the moon.
No, he's going to give us like...
Oh, okay, yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, he knows like the synopsis of what's going
7-Eleven.
on. No, 7-8.
Oh, thank heaven. Oh, I can go in here.
That would be
8-12.
great if he could give us the deets.
Yeah,
This reminds me of A Quiet Place. The beginning of A Quiet Place. This is literally the beginning
They
set.
go into an 8-12.
It literally looks exactly like this.
Kind of your cookie cutter post-apocalyptic grocery
No,
store.
but like I don't know how to explain it other than like this is literally the set that first scene is.
You know, I have never seen that, but I really want to.
It was good.
Because I like John Krasinski. I mean, I've only
You
seen
would
him in
really
The
dig.
Office,
You would
but-
really dig that movie, I think.
Yeah.
It's got really good themes of just the man doing what he's got to do for his kids.
I want to watch the movie Silence, and then I want to watch The Quiet Place, and then I'm going to pre-order The Quiet Man by Square Enix. Did you see Imogen Heap is making the theme song for that?
I want to play Quiet Man.
I have not, and when I saw Imogen Heap, that like took me back to like.
What is
Yeah.
what's a quiet man? Oh shoot.
It's a like live action kind of like
Oh
video game.
yeah, I saw
But
Square
that.
parts are live action and parts are not.
Yeah, it goes and then it goes into the game
Goes
and it
back
looks
and
like a
forth.
character. I really want to check
game,
that out.
man. I am lost as a goose.
You're lost as a goose. I feel like gooses know where they're going now.
Oh, I need to go back. I need to. Oh shoot!
Dude, as a kid on a CRT TV in the dark, this would be terrifying.
This would freak you out.
This would. I mean, you did it. Like you
Yeah.
had the original.
So can we pour one out for Kojima's Silent Hills that we'll never play?
That's what I was trying to get at earlier when we were talking about.
Yeah, talk about that.
Like the games kind of had a dip and
it was time for a reboot. It's time for a
so
reimagining.
Resident Evil did it with Resident Evil 7. It was a masterpiece. I think PT and Silent Hills would have been that kind of renaissance for this franchise as well, and it just sadly did not. I mean, it got aborted in utero. It did not get even to see.
PT was a teaser for it and was terrifying. It's like, what was that game going to be? You know what I mean? Like, what was Silent Hills?
Yeah.
You know, Silent Hills is what it's called. But man, like
This kind of a
what a loss!
scenario
What a
in
loss!
Kojima's hands.
I still see people tweeting out like, really sad today because I'm thinking how Silent Hills will never happen. You know what I mean? Because that would have been a dream like
Sure.
project. But man, Konami. Let's see here. What up, Zach? AOA 2012 says it's a streamer that talks about it, but here's the thing. The day it happened, he was filming space right next to the moon, and he had viewers. He filmed it in night vision right before the moon thing. Huh. I think there's some moon shenanigans I think are going on.
A bunch of demons in this town. A bunch of spooky little demons.
I'm just gonna guess, man. Like there's more than just one YouTuber looking at the moon at any given time.
But why'd it go down?
Never mind, dude. You're right.
A sheep would say that. Like
You got me.
Oh boy.
on this stream, this looks really cool. This like CRT filter is actually like legit.
So that's really the way you want to play it. Is you want to run.
You want to watch
the
the
game.
delayed version on here.
Where am I going? I gotta find my map.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm
Oh,
the
I gotta
map.
turn around. I gotta turn around, guys. Is the bookstore I gotta go to?
Is the bookstore open?
Do they have the latest copy of Nicholas Sparks? Doesn't look like it.
What's
Hey,
your
come on.
objective right now? Where are you going?
I gotta get to the elementary school, I think.
To the bottom left.
Okay, so no, I don't have to go there yet. But I gotta go over there at this point. Because that's where my best friend Sybil told me to go.
That bat following you is so funny. I'm gonna get you.
That was awful.
And me and my friend Steve,
That was awful.
we're gonna get you both.
Oh boy.
Woo! Woo! That's a mean little
Got him.
dog. Mr. Bubs! What's up, Mr. Bubs?
Oh shoot, this place again? What is this?
Man, they nailed 10 out of 10 the atmosphere and
Yeah,
like,
man.
the world and
The school is like
the
terrifying.
cameras going nuts. And... Dude, when that camera goes up, swings up, it's nuts.
Especially when you see Dark World. That's
This is why this PS1 specifically, but like this generation of gaming is my favorite. Because like you hadn't saw 3D before, you know what I mean? Like people were trying stuff new, like that camera going up above that pipe, like
yeah.
you're trying to experience. You're so limited in your resources, but they had such big vision. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna do this, move the camera
I
around.
mean, it had Kronk, Legend of the Goat.
They had Croc. Zach says the camera would kill me.
Had Tumba. Tumba was
I
cool.
love that the map is literally a map.
I think I could pick this pipe up and wear some people out like that. There we go. Is that infinite? Can I just smack them?
Now I'll have my cup of tea, then I'll go to bed. Night, people. Thank you for joining us, Will, and thank you for your theories about the moon.
Hope you enjoy Silent Hill.
Enjoy your tea. We will be stuck in Silent Hill.
Oh, now the building
Forever.
is caved in. I can't get past it. So I gotta go back.
To the school.
To the school, everybody.
Joey, but you didn't read the second part. Oh, okay.
What'd you miss? So what?
He
hit the
filmed
moon?
it in night vision. I thought I did read that. He filmed it in night vision, and right before the moon thing. I thought I could read that. Oh, okay.
Did you see
I see
this
it happened.
tweet that-
He catched how several UFOs took a flight right next to the moon. Okay, I did not catch that part.
Bro, UFOs now. I'll get on.
You'll get on to the UFOs? Okay.
But what about them?
I just love YouTube videos where it's like crazy man calls into a radio station.
You have your original notes on here.
Those are not mine. Those
Yeah, tell the
came-
story of those.
So I bought that at that place
Yeah,
in
at that
Daytona.
flea market. Yeah.
And I didn't know it till I got home, and that slip was in there, and it tells you how to get the UFO ending in this game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I loved getting like old receipts when you get used games and stuff. When I was recently kind of collecting, I came across some. You can see somehow. I came across I got Mario Brothers, and they had a receipt from like 1987 or 88 from when they bought that originally. The
How
original
much
Mario
was it?
Brothers.
Wow.
I can't remember. I want to say like $60, but.
I am so screwed. All these dogs. That's like my new dog at the house since I got married. She's supposed to kill me all the time. Just kidding. She
This
doesn't.
reminds me a lot of Dark Souls.
Is anyone home? Mr. Bubs! Yeah, I got you. I got this on camera.
Okay, so we can't go this way. Oh, shoot.
Ah, my dog ate my homework.
Doghouse, 11th Street.
Man, this game is rad.
I was just there. I didn't find anything.
Sorry, Teach. I lost my homework.
I was just
The
at the
dog's
doghouse.
blood all over it with no
I don't think
skin.
it's telling you to go to the doghouse, is it?
I think,
You're in the
I
doghouse.
think there is something in the doghouse. Like if you interact with it, you'll
You're
find
in
it.
the doghouse now.
But I already searched it. It said nothing in particular. Yep. See.
What up, Samurai Warfare? Thanks for joining us. He says he likes the red room.
No, dog.
This
We like-
room is red?
Oh shit. He's
Dude,
lost.
the aliens, dude.
Dude.
The moon, dude.
He's lost.
It's the moon, dude. Alright, so now we're inside the house with on 11th Street. Oh shoot. Hope nobody's home. They're gonna be pissed.
So, Silent Hill 2, I've seen like little pictures and screenshots and quick little videos.
Yeah.
That has some of the craziest looking monsters, dude.
Oh yeah. Much
Silent Hill
crazier
2.
than this one, yeah. That was the first one that introduced Pyramid Head.
Oh, that's right. I thought that was in this
So,
one.
so is a lot of the iconic different monster designs from 2, and then this one's more like got ghouls and stuff.
Kinda, yeah. I mean the little baby monsters with knives that we saw in the beginning.
Those are pretty fresh.
Those are in the movie, I think.
I actually just got Silent Hill 2 recently.
Did you?
In a very funny way. Someone I know sometimes does dumpster diving. And they found that, and they asked if I wanted. They found like some games at the GameStop, like
Okay.
dumpster and stuff, and they had several games on there.
Wow.
And one of
They
them
threw
was
Silent Hill 2 away at a GameStop.
yes, and it was the disc wasn't messed up or anything. So I have Silent Hill 2, so
Why would they throw it away?
we're doing good, Samurai. Thanks for asking. What's up with you?
So here's another map looking keys for Eclipse. I
Is
don't
it
know.
like a car?
I don't know what Eclipse is. But I guess it's on that circle on the map, and then wherever I need to go is on that red line. I don't know. But let's check the door out here. Oh, there are
Yeah,
three
this
keys.
is the first one, Zach.
Oh, wow.
Samurai's doing great.
Uh,
Are you a Silent Hill fan?
This is the kind of
Samurai?
game that would devour like a summer for me as a kid. I would play this kind of thing.
I love that you do have to check the map and like learn. But what's really hard is that you can't see 5 feet in front of you.
Mhm.
So you really have to depend on that map.
So I guess we'll go south on, was this 11th Street again? And then turn east on, was this Mathis or Matheson? Matheson, yeah.
Funny enough, I saw picture somebody posted on Twitter today, or not Twitter, Tumblr, regarding Silent Hill, and they had enlarged the butt of this character, and they said, Silent Hill mod, but your butt is so big your cheeks slap together and all the monsters can hear you coming from.
Oh my gosh.
So, it does look like he's got a dookie a little bit. Where's the restroom?
Yeah, he's trying to hold it back.
How are the restrooms in Silent Hill?
I don't know, man.
Think they're taken care of?
You know, have you ever thought about that, like in these games, like you're in these catastrophic like scenarios, like we're in Dead Space, like when do these people poop?
Yeah.
When do
That's
they
I thought
go to
about
the
that with
bathroom?
like Star Wars.
Yeah. You
know,
never see them go to
The
the bathroom.
first game that they ever kind of tackled that, for me, that I experienced was another Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah, it did.
Because some of the guards are in the bathroom taking
Yeah.
a leak, and you come up and like
Hal Emmerich, you know, he pees in his pants.
yeah, and I never oh yeah, I guess video game characters do pee. Wow, the technology's finally here. Because I don't think anything before 3D characters pee. Correct me if I'm wrong. In the 2D
You
world,
know,
there's
you
no-
might be right. Is
there
Metal Gear
was-
Solid the first game that had people peeing and pooping?
Maybe.
I'm calling it now. That's the first pee poo poo game. Is Metal Gear Solid 1. Definitely no
Okay.
2D game
And Metal Gear Solid Snake, did the guards ever go to the bathroom?
in Metal Gear.
2 Solid Snake.
I don't think so. It's just, they couldn't show it. You know what I mean? Like, how would
Yeah.
you show that?
I beat that game too. I don't think that.
I don't think
I
it's
beat
PR
that
though.
too. That one, Metal Gear 1 had me about to lose my mind.
That one just went straight to the head.
Okay, AOI 2012 is going to take this chat to the next level. You ready for this?
Oh shoot!
He's saying Travis.
Gotta go across this little tree root or something here.
Oh, a little mailbox. Oh, maybe they have a book sharing program.
I played Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid
Key
Snake
of the
with no
Scary.
save states. I played those on the PS3.
Oh,
Yeah, no thanks.
yeah.
Would never know what sell save states.
Actually, now that you mentioned, I think I did too.
They were playable. They weren't unbelievably hard.
Well, the first one, like you had to go to the basement and find that secret wall.
Yeah. Well, that was hard.
That
but-
was impossible without a guy for me.
AOI 2012 says, Travis, in my opinion, the best book on why the universe is simulated is The Holographic Universe by Michael Talbot. Do you want to hear a story from it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Let's get simulated.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that book recommendation. Share me a story, and it might sell me on the book.
The Holographic Universe, Michael Talbot.
That sounds pretty dope.
That sounds familiar, that Michael Talbot. I've heard that name.
Was he like one of the founding fathers?
Yeah, he's right underneath John Hancock on the Declaration there.
1991, that's when that book came out.
Man.
That's when they discovered the other universe.
Dude, I'm all ears, AOI. Lay it on me. I love stories.
Oh, I think you might just insulted him there. This ain't a story, dude. This is real life.
Well, he said you want to hear a story.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, story from it.
Okay. What is this place? Whose backyard am I in? What will I... Oh, shoot. There's a freaking head. Yuck. Someone played basketball with a head.
A dog head. Oh, Yakapaka.
Golly, dude.
And it's so fricked up, like the graphics, it's just like, ugh.
Is that a door?
This game is pretty oppressive.
Yeah, I don't think... I'm glad I never told my mom I bought this and played this. Dude, I would have heard it for a month.
You don't think she would have liked this and played it with you?
I don't think we really would have bonded over this one, you know.
What was kind of the games you played with, like, did you play any games with your parents at all?
I
Was there
remember
anyone-
one time a very small child, because my parents are much older than most other parents.
Yeah.
Like my dad actually just turned 79 in August, and I remember one time playing Street Fighter with my dad,
Really?
and it was just I destroyed him because he had no idea what he was doing, and like he lost so bad I got bored, so.
Well,
I
had to like turn it off because he hated it and he didn't really want to do it to begin with. So.
But that's
And-
cool. He reached out to do that.
In my dad's house, he had a Sega Genesis.
Oh my
And
gosh.
we would play Road Rash.
Yeah, Road
Yeah,
Rash was
yeah.
cool.
We would play Road Rash and we would play Mortal Kombat, me, my sister, and him. And a little bit of Sonic sometimes. With my mom, I got the N64 and she was not into video games at all. But I asked her one time, I begged her, I was like, will you please play Mario 64 with me? Which isn't even a 2-player game.
Yeah.
So I got her, I convinced her, I was a little kid, I convinced her to play it while I watched.
Yeah.
And she was trying to go up the mountain. You know, that first level, like
Yeah.
when you go up the mountain and the balls are just rolling down the hill. And she
Just
just
knocking her
she
out.
tries and she just hands me, she said, Travis, this isn't for me. But she did. The other day I was learning, well, it doesn't really matter what it was for, but I was learning how to play a Zelda song on the piano.
Yeah.
And I was playing it. I was over at their house, and she's like, "What is that?" I was like, "It's from a game." She's like, "Is that from Zelda?" I was like,
She knew.
She said, "Zelda
She remembered.
Ocarina of Time." I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah." She said that game has the most beautiful music, and I just recognized it.
Yeah.
My mom still loves the Zelda music from Ocarina of
That's
Time.
really cool.
So
Before I was born, my mom and my dad would play nonstop NES all the time. And after I was born, like, they still played and stuff, but I kind of took over and they kind of, like, just kind of didn't play as much. But when PS1 came out, what? It's getting dark again?
That's what I was talking about. That music.
Oh.
Can they really hear it that well?
Yeah.
oh my gosh. Yeah, they really did so much with the tech they had. Those lighting effects are low-key kind of impressive, the way the light goes on and off of those chairs.
Yeah.
You know what was really ironic though? We're talking about our parents playing games. My uncle Doug, who is like a year or two younger than my dad, so 77 years old, loves Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
He can beat Streets of Rage on one life.
You know what, though? You
Who was
you're-
this again?
This is my dad's brother.
Yeah.
Wow.
Same age group, everything, and it just like is so good
So
at Streets of Rage and other
Yeah.
Genesis games.
your parents played NES, you said?
They were deep into it, and when my mom was pregnant with me, she would play this game, Rolling Thunder. Look it up, Rolling Thunder on NES,
Okay.
and they were really deep into that. They played, of course, like Mario Brothers and stuff, but a lot of that. Like, she
My
would
mom
play a
had
ton of
one
it.
game. I asked her in the last year, I said, was there ever a game you played? Because I knew my dad had an NES. And she said there was one game she loved. It was called like Castle Quest or something.
Hmm.
But it was on the NES. I can't remember. It was called something like that. And I looked it up and I was watching it and we were watching it. She's like, yeah, that's where you do this and this. And I think what happened, I really have this theory because when I talk to people at work and they're like, you know, people in their 40s or whatever, 50s, like, you figure this out? No, not really. But then, like, when I bring up stuff like NES Classic, they're like, oh, did that have, like, Punch-Out? Like, they do remember games.
Yeah.
I feel like the shift to 3D lost a lot of people of that
Do
generation.
you think so?
I feel like a lot of people couldn't deal with, like, moving around in the 3D space, and they
It
just
was
like,
hard.
and
It was
they
hard,
it just was like, okay, this isn't for me anymore.
Yeah.
I was down for Pong, or I was down.
Especially
I think
when it got,
this,
yeah.
I think this lost some people.
And then when it got to the PS2, Xbox, GameCube, when you had to use the freaking analog to move the
Yeah.
camera, that kills people to this day. That like.
well, you might see
chopped
the same
off,
thing
like-
with our generation. If VR really takes off, you might
Yeah.
see some people say, it's not.
Yeah, not for me anymore.
And to be honest, I think I can kind of reciprocate with that. I think what a lot of the issue was is that they just got older and they got
Busy.
less and less.
They got
free
busy,
time.
yeah, they
They
got
got
busy.
kids, they got jobs.
Yeah.
So then they try to pick up the new thing, and it's like, what? I got to run around and use 2 sticks.
Yeah.
I
So
liked
my
it better
dad-
when it was.
My dad really like. I remember playing like Sonic, and I would play as a kid. I was like 3 years old playing the NES and loved it. And then when I got to the PS1, my dad played a lot with me. He played like Tomb Raider. We played a ton of Gran Turismo, Metal Gear Solid 1. We played from beginning to end with him, and like. And then his ending with video games in general, his retirement, Me and him got ungodly addicted to Call of Duty 1 for the PC. The very first Call of Duty.
Okay.
So engrossed and just sickly obsessed. Like, I spent I was, you know how like those kids in China that die because they're in those internet cafes? That was like, we were like that, almost that level.
Man.
And we were just like all the time. We would fight over who would get the PC because there was only one computer we had at the time.
I remember, like, I caught you and your family at the tail end of that.
Yeah.
Meeting you.
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
Like, high school. So anyway, we're down in the school now, and it's still dark. We're still in the dark world, so to speak. And this is one of the more unsettling parts of the game, from what I remember.
But yeah, real quick though, so it got to the point, then we played Call of Duty 2 or whatever, and when we got to Call of Duty 2, my dad, it hit him like, he was like, I could have learned an instrument. Like, that's what he still says to this day, and he quit gaming forever. Like, he stopped. Like, I think he might have picked up Call of Duty Modern Warfare here and there, just barely, but then he just was out of it. But, okay, AI 2012 gave us the story. You guys ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lay it on me.
He took his daughter once to a show where a now famous man did several experiments on stage. So he was there, and his daughter wanted to take part. Blah 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 blah. The daughter made it up on the stage. Then he also got on the stage. There he was with his daughter, and the man with the tricks. Let's call him the magician. The magician hypnotized the father so that he couldn't see his daughter anymore. The magician was successful. The author, couldn't see his daughter anymore, and the magician took the watch from the father and held the watch right behind the daughter. Then he asked the father that he take a look at the watch and tells him what time it is. He looked straight through the daughter and stated everything correctly. The magician showed behind the daughter. The audience couldn't believe what was happening. I guess he could see the watch and the exact time, but...
Okay.
Alright.
Man.
Is that the end of the story?
Yeah.
It's a dang good trick, man. What was the magician's name? I kind of want to go to his show. That's interesting. I get what maybe the author's point is like there was this magic trick and it couldn't have physically been done.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna read the book. I want to check out the book, kind of.
That's interesting. I would like to know maybe what the author extrapolated from that story. What was kind of his. I kind of get maybe what he's going for.
Darkness that brings the choking heat.
That stuff reminds me of the Animatrix. Did you guys ever watch those animated Matrix shorts?
Yeah.
Amazing. They're like 5 minutes and they're all different art styles. Different people made them. And some of them get into that of like people doing things that physically aren't possible, and that's how they discover they're in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Not gonna be laboratory gold and an old.
I think the craziest thing of like what's going on here is the double slit experiment. You can just check that up on YouTube if you want to check that out. It involves like quantum physics. Like that is one thing I think about all the time. Is like what was going on there. Like people still can't like really figure out what.
Double slit experiment.
The double slit experiment. Look that up. That will like wreck you for the rest of your life. Like what was going on.
You have a short TLDR.
Yeah. Well, it's better.
Because I'm intrigued, but
it's better visually. But I'm gonna give a really poor kind of summary. So the double slit experiment, there are two holes. And if you have like water and you make a splash or whatever, it makes like a wave pattern that goes on the wall. And you can kind of see if the waves were colored, you could kind of see, oh, okay, it's hitting at the same spot. When it comes through these double slits, it makes the same kind of pattern when it goes through the slits. So when it gets to the quantum level, like very, very, very small, when it gets to quantum like physics and stuff, things start getting a little weird, because what they can do is they can shoot individual atoms through these like slits or whatever. Like they shoot it and they can see what slit it goes through. Well, the problem is it's supposed to make a certain pattern. Like science goes, okay, that's the pattern that it will naturally make in the physical world. And it doesn't.
Yeah.
So then they go, what's going on here? So they put an observant, like a camera or whatever they can do to observe what slit it goes through. And whatever slit that they're looking at or whatever is what it goes through. and it ends up a different way. Just by observing, it changes the results.
Yep.
It changes what it's doing.
Quantum mechanics is really strange like that.
And it's like
Just by if you're observing.
Just by observing these small particles.
That's pulling so hard on the fabric of reality that it starts to bend.
Yeah, like
Schrodinger's cat, right?
Like why? Yeah. But
Very
like
much the
what?
same.
Why is that doing that? And it's still to this day people can't like when it's quantum. It's like you're good.
Oh,
shoot! What is that thing?
One of those old goobers that got you.
That's what they are. I think that's what they're calling the manual, the goobers.
I can't tell if he's dead or not. So, talking about quantum mechanics, there's actually one principle called simultaneous duality. So, if you split a neutron of an atom, you'll split it down into a subatomic particle called a quark.
Yeah.
And quarks have a magnetic spin associated with them. And let's say you cut a quark in half, and you put one end of it in Tokyo and the other in New York City.
Yeah.
And you reverse the magnetic spin of one half.
Oh yeah.
The other half in the other city will also reverse the spin.
Yeah, it'll change. It's like, what's going on here, big guy? Like,
I mean, it's like they're still connected via subspace or something.
Yeah.
It's just really cool.
That's freaked out.
That's going to be the key to traveling.
I think they've had something. They had like two particles across a lake, and they've been able to like jump that. They've been able to like warp that. What are you looking at? Something's here.
What the heck is that sound?
Does it glitch out?
I don't know. I hear something.
Man, this atmosphere, I just love that they use the limitations.
I don't know if that's just the music or something banging on the door. Oh, jeez.
The little goobas.
Ah! Suck it up. Not my penis, little goober. Yeah, you better be dead.
I think that thing's dead.
Yeah.
Why does it let me keep shooting it? Jeez. That one's not dead.
That's dead.
It is now.
That'll do, pig.
You little,
That'll
you
do.
little penis grabber.
Also, Alex, perfect addition. Talking about what's going on with quantum physics. What's going on with the moon? YouTube's involved.
Yeah, so like there is no unifying theory of relativity, right? Talking about bridging the gap of quantum mechanics and regular old Newtonian kinematic physics.
Yeah.
So it is definitely really wacky down at the subatomic level, but really cool stuff.
I want to know what's going on with this game and why nobody had lights on.
You know, there is one puzzle in this that I do remember, and it's in the music room, that I somehow got past it as a kid, but I do not really remember understanding why or how.
You can kind of read that poster, A Friend in Need.
There's a piano, and several of the keys are covered in blood, and I guess you have to play them in a certain order.
And you just kind of fiddled around with it till you got it.
I just don't remember why. And I would love to understand it. And so, Travis, you're better at music theory than I am. Going, in retrospect, maybe now I'll understand it because I'm older. And
Where's the piano?
it might be upstairs.
Little gooba.
You little goof. Oh.
Oh, you do some Dead Space.
I can Dead Space this dude.
Dude.
Is he
Curb
dead?
stomp him.
Oh!
Yeah, go on, son.
Wow.
He's done. I didn't know I could just use that and save all my bullets.
Well, I think maybe after already dead, I don't think you can just kick him, can you?
It's dead now, so I finished it off.
I mean, like, because you said you were going to...
Yeah,
you
kept
saved
shooting.
bullet.
Yeah, while I was down, I kept shooting.
I get the picture.
Let's see, where am I at now?
You got to go to the clock tower. Now that, I think if we go even further back then, was it Alone in the Dark or was it, or Clock Tower came, there's another game called Clock, I got confused. Clock Tower came out on PC as well, didn't it?
I don't know, but Alone in the Dark was like the
first, that was
boss,
the first,
kind of haunted house kind of game. Yeah, I think the music room is upstairs.
Scary games were never my thing, man. But after Resident Evil 4, and just, I don't know, maybe I'm just old enough now that I can handle them. I just eat this stuff up.
I like it in groups. This is one I could maybe handle on my own, but it's still kind of spooky.
Well, let me add on to that. Atmospheric scary, I'm all about. I'm not about jump scares. That's why I don't think Dead Space is for me.
Anything that's jumping out at me, I'm done. Here comes a Gooba. Goodbye, Gooba.
Japanese people love their schools, man.
I think this is Korean. Because it's Konami, right? They're Korean, aren't they?
Are they really?
I think so.
I think it's Japanese.
Are they?
Yeah.
I always thought they were a Korean company for some reason.
No.
Nah.
Check that. Let's get a fact check.
Luba, I just wondered, do you have the Paris Game Week on the radar for next week? I don't think so. Because Sony's not doing anything, are they?
I know what I want to stream, but I don't think we're streaming it. Because you're
Oh, yeah.
What is it?
Japanese entertainment.
It's
The X.
it's Xbox in Mexico, isn't it? Or
XO.
something? And that's
It's gonna be like their PSX.
yeah.
They said they're announcing a bunch of new games.
We're unfortunately doing some production stuff, I believe, for project.
Any update on that project? Super secret project?
No.
Yeah.
Soon.
Where am I? Music room. Not the at all. Let's see if I can figure it out now that I'm an old fart. I'm almost 30 years old. Let's see how it goes now. Not going well.
Running into walls, it looks like.
Oh, that's the girls' room. I don't want to go in there. It's unlocked.
Gosh, those coming out in the dark. That's crazy about Silent Hill 3 and 4. They redid that.
I just put one up.
That thing was right on the skull.
That was like Mexican cartel execution right there.
Cartel style.
Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Oh, I gotta unlock it. Oh, here it is, yeah.
Keep in mind, just for a game announcement, maybe a complete PS1 classic list with Silent Hill. Maybe that would have made our.
When
whole
is Paris
streaming
Games?
show. I think it's next week, I guess.
Does PlayStation have a keynote?
I don't think so. They said they weren't doing it this year.
First flew the greedy pelican, eager for the reward, white wings flailing. Then came a silent dove, flying beyond the pelican as far as he could. A raven flies in, flying higher than the dove, just to show that he can. A swan glides in to find a peaceful spot next to another bird. Finally, out comes a crow, coming quickly to a stop, yawning and then napping. Who will show the way? Who will be the key? Who will lead to the silver reward?
Very vague.
Yeah, I'm still not getting.
I'm on this website for Paris Games Week and it's all in French, so I don't know.
Well,
This isn't for me.
learn French real quick.
Okay.
I don't think
We
there's doing
have-
it. PlayStation's not doing anything, so I think our last, and we'll probably talk about this maybe on the next podcast for people that don't know, but the last thing we'll be streaming of the year, I think, is going to be the Game Awards, and that's coming up in December. I don't think there's anything else.
Dude.
If there is something cool from Paris Game Weeks, but
We have translating layers that can translate Mac calls to Windows calls and translate
He's paying attention.
all this stuff.
Yeah.
How the heck do we not have a thing that you can just translate text into another language in real time?
we do.
Doesn't Google do that?
Go open that up in Google Chrome. It'll translate it for you.
But I got
Well,
Safari.
Dude, someone's
I
Having a
hate
bad
this.
day in the
I
toilet.
hate this.
Maybe there was another potty game. Same time as Metal Gear.
Did this come out before Metal Gear? Let me see.
No way, dude.
I
Not a
think it
chance.
came out immediately after.
Yeah, this is 99. It was a year after. Metal
Put
Gear.
down,
Metal
your,
Gear.
put down your controller. I see you like Silent Hill.
Me and my dad didn't know anything what was going on, how that was working, and we were screaming at the top of our lungs. It's like one of my favorite moments. Metal Gear Solid 1, Psycho Mantis fight.
Did he bring
That-
up any games? Did you
Yes, he brought up a lot. He brought up like, you like racing games, Gran Turismo. Like that is like goosebumps still on my neck, like just scared. Like, you know what I mean? Like we didn't know what was happening. Like
That was pretty creative.
he also had to get like I read about that later. Like he had to get like special like permission from Sony, like to get direct calls. You know what I mean? To read the memory card to do that. Like he had to get special permission for that, which is very shocking that when it happened.
I loved in Metal Gear Solid 4 when he goes to hack you again and then he realizes he can't and it shows a picture of a PS2 or something.
Yeah.
It does something weird. Also on Metal Gear Solid 4, like halfway through the game, what is his name? Otacon stops you and says, Snake, you need to change discs. He's like, Otacon, I don't have to change discs. We're on a Blu-ray.
In here with me.
We're on a Blu-ray.
We're on a Blu-ray disc. And he says, a Blu-ray?
What is that sound?
Dude, F exploring this school.
Get some milk. Distilled water. No reason to take it. I feel like water would be good.
Dude, is that vitamin water? Take this chemical. It's good for you.
So what's your objective right now?
Just find your daughter, I guess. This is just one of those games. that just
You're right.
compels
Sony
you
has
to go on.
Sony has to announce the complete list, and the VGAs are after the release of the PS1. The Paris Games Week has always bigger announcements than what people expect beforehand. Yeah, they sometimes do have some stuff that I wasn't expecting. That list does have to come out soon because that's December when that thing releases. So, chop chop.
I guess there's nothing.
They've
else
only
to
showed
do.
us 4.
Wow, this game's pretty short.
Silent Hill.
Yeah.
How long?
Oh,
7
shoot.
hours.
Really?
That's a great length for a game like this. Give me that.
I can only take so much. Anymore, like these games and stuff, I can't sleep. Alright, let's check out this room. Ah, there's something here. It's a hand, I think.
Can I play for a second again?
Yeah.
Oh, right when you get that creepy hand, you hand it over.
Oh, it's just a statue.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't it Paris Games Week that they announced Last of Us Part 2 a couple of years ago?
You might be right.
Yep. Chemical on the old man's hand.
Because that was when they opened with Uncharted Lost Legacy, and we were like, what the heck is this?
Do I need that hand for something?
I think you need to pour that chemical on it that I just got.
Oh, okay. He's gonna let go. So how do I do that? Do I have to equip it?
Yeah, go to your equipment.
I thought you wanted to play, Zach.
I do, but I want help from
The audience.
I'm calling a friend.
He's phoning a friend.
Phoning a friend.
Yeah, try that.
That.
I can't believe that worked.
Dude, you remembered.
I remember that. This has been so long since I played this too.
There's Golden Diamond. Yeah. Talking about phoning a friend, I will always remember one of the first people that won Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. He didn't use any of his
I watched that the other
lifeline. He didn't use any of his lifelines. At the very end, very last question to win $1 million, he said, "I want to phone a friend," and he called his dad. And Dad picks up the phone. Whatever the question was, didn't ask what the answer was. He goes, "Hey Dad, I just want to call you, let you know I'm about to win $1 million."
Oh man!
And then he chose the right question and got it. Like,
So
I love that. What a baller move.
Go back in there. There's
Whoops.
some more items.
Oh
boy.
goobers.
That scared me a little bit. Go, come towards us. I think there was something on that table.
Right here.
Yeah. Keep going deeper though.
Okay. Oh gosh. These
I,
tank controls.
I actually watched that the other day on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I followed along without like looking at the answers because I watched it live when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I don't remember any of it. I would have won $1 million.
Really?
There was one I was unsure.
That was
of.
probably the easy one then, maybe.
I was unsure of one, and the question was who designed the glass like ceiling structure at the Louvre?
Yeah.
And there's a guy named I.M. Pei, and I guessed that one and I got it. But
Dude, you're a millionaire.
I would have won, dude.
Were all the rest of them easy, or were they like?
One other one was kind of challenging. I forget who it was. I think it might have been.
How do I shoot?
It's tough to know though in the comfort of your own home.
Hey.
Because when you're up on stage, you probably freeze up.
Yeah, I'm sure that.
But that's cool that the content-wise you knew it.
There was one. I think it was. I might have had a guess on this too. It was who invented penicillin, I think.
Last of Us Part 2, first announcement, PSX 2016.
You're hurting, dude.
He was close. You said you were close.
Oh, that was last year. They did Paris Games Week instead of PSX, and that's where they showed the Last of Us trailer where they put that axe in that chick's head.
Yeah. Okay.
And then everybody came out and posted like, "Has Last of Us 2 gone too far?" Remember that?
Yeah.
One week when everybody was like,
I was like, did we play the first one? It is pretty brutal, the animation.
It's brutal, but like...
Am I in the wrong place?
Yeah, we've already been on this room.
I don't like that sound.
I can't tell if it's the water running or if it's the game.
Should I go in here? Or I should probably pull up that map.
We came from that way.
So can we just talk for a second about how Microsoft is buying Obsidian, and I called that like a year and a half ago. I said they should buy Obsidian. Here's what I said. I said they should have Playground Games make a Fable remake. So they should buy Obsidian and have them redo Shadowrun. I'm thinking
They
both
heard
of those
you. I
things
think
are
they
happening.
watched the podcast.
I said they need to get back to their core identity needs to be Western RPGs, first-person shooter multiplayer games, and sports games. They need to bring back the Western RPGs because that's what the original Xbox had. KOTOR, Jade Empire, Morrowind, like that stuff wasn't on the PlayStation.
Do you know which way we should go?
The PlayStation's been eating their lunch, taking
Just
all.
keep looking through every room.
The Witcher 3 should be a Xbox and PC only game.
Look through
if Microsoft was on it.
Look through every side room as well.
Which room would you go to? Which one did
that
you?
Library Reserve is up next, so.
Oh, anything with the red arrow we've been into?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we'll go in here. It's locked.
Darn it.
I'm mad.
If I were Microsoft, I'd be going to all the Western RPG developers and say, we'll pay you more to just put it on Xbox, don't go to PlayStation.
No.
I'm saying that's what I would do.
I mean,
if you're
trying to
Mr.
build your
Microsoft,
brand, I guess, like if you're trying to.
Because that's what the Xbox and Xbox 360 were. They had Mass Effect, they had Oblivion. None of that stuff was on PS3 till later.
Yeah.
That was what helped keep their brand like on track.
As a consumer, though, I hate that console exclusivity stuff.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
Ah,
oh my gosh!
Dang, dude!
They're not gonna hurt you.
I'm
They
not
scared the
saying that
bejesus
I
out of
want it.
me.
I'm not saying I want it. I'm just saying like.
Why'd that
I get
scare
it.
me? Oh my
Or
god!
at least they
From a
should
business-
invest in more first-party Western
From a
RPGs.
business standpoint, I get it absolutely.
Because what does PS3 have? They're gonna have a ton of JRPGs. So don't go to Japan and try to get JRPGs on your box. Freaking make Western RPGs.
Yeah.
But I think that's where they need to go. That was so funny. They need to keep tapping into making their own RPGs.
About threw the freaking controller out the window.
I'm telling you, you're getting a Shadowrun game.
I'm about to get a freaking heart attack. But I'm about to get it.
Those little babies did startle me.
Travis watched in the future of the simulation. That's how you knew about the obsidian thing. So.
Maybe I'm a simulation jumper. I jumped between checkpoints.
Can you tell us what Apple's going to announce at the iPad event
Probably
in a
an
couple
iPad.
weeks?
They're gonna announce.
Dude, simulation jumper. Do you know what hit the
Heard it here
moon?
first, folks. At the iPad event, you're gonna get a new iPad.
What hit the moon? Do you know what hit the moon?
It was probably
What's-
an iPad.
Tim Cook said, I want to see what happens when it hits the moon.
What was the last iPad that came out?
iPod.
iPad Pro.
The
I don't know.
iPad Pro.
Next is gonna be the iPad Pro X, bro.
No idea.
It's going to be the most
What's the current
iPad
iPad?
you've ever seen.
iPad Pro.
It's iPad Pro, and it's beautiful. And I'm so excited for you to see this.
I'm waiting on the iPhone 9. Dude.
Get out of here, you little... You're getting a little too close. Ah! Gosh, I'm just getting a little...
Please do not die. We were so far
Kill him.
away from the save point.
Can you heal?
Should I heal?
I don't know.
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Hit A to do the stomp. Oh, yes, you should.
Okay.
Jeez, dude, yes, please.
You got 13 of those, so you can be little.
Do I really? Wow, we're loaded up.
Dude, stop, hit A like when you're next to it and you'll stomp on it. No, I can't now. Shoot it. Dang, cartels.
You want to say hello?
We're never gonna find it, dude.
There's so much detail in these classrooms. Like, they're not, like,
Some
put
bullets?
together quickly, you know, like, that. You can really tell, like, they tried to make it a classroom.
It might be an actual school.
They are kind of cookie cutter though. Like most of the classrooms look exactly like this. So
Dang, man.
they might be a little bit differentiated.
Dude, I'm doing the moonwalk.
They got the same stuff on the walls?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Dang it, man. I'm so disappointed.
Thought you were a simulation jumper, but looks like you're a... Frick my life! Oh, they're putting their freaking...
Watch that one behind you.
You little turd. That thing scared the... Can that kill me?
I don't think so. The other ones didn't bother you. I mean, it's a ghost. What's it gonna? You can't shoot the thing.
Okay, we need to see where we're going here.
So you've been in both of those
Let
classrooms.
me go to the locker room.
Turn around and go
To the locker
to
room.
that long hallway and then the locker room.
Mute.
Turn around and go to the right. Gosh, and that little squeak, buzz off.
That's like a freaking dog. Dude.
Scared the crap out of
You
me.
tripped over the dog going to the bathroom at night. That's what it sounds like.
I'm so scared. Go left, dude. Why would they make such a freaking scary game? Look, cute little dog over there. I don't like this. No running or playing in the locker room. Oh, it's this. No, it's over here. Let's get it.
Oh.
Oh, it's a cat. Just a cat.
Cat that can open the door.
I hate this angle when it's...
Check out locker.
Dude, that's how you know this is a good, well-made game. This thing is over 20
Go back,
years
go back,
old,
go back.
and it's got you squirming.
Go back. I
didn't think I was
I
gonna-
think there might be something in the locker.
This thing is over 20 years old, and it's got you squirming. This game's old enough to drink, and you're freaking out.
I told you. Okay, never mind.
At Simulation Jumper, do you see Obsidian making a new Fable game? No, I don't, because a couple of reasons. One, Fable was always more of an action RPG, heavy on the action. So that's just one. Like, I wouldn't think that they're a great fit. Obsidian is much more adept at real deep role-playing systems, a lot of stat-based stuff, that sort of stuff. Fallout New Vegas, KOTOR 2,
Well,
that kind of thing.
So I read a headline today. They said that the new Fallout from them is very unlikely.
Well, no, yeah, definitely not Fallout. And he asked about Fable.
Okay.
Now, so I don't think it's a great fit. Fable's more fantasy.
Have we
it's
gone
more
down and up?
Kind of funny.
We were downstairs already, but we have not gone into the girls' restroom.
But the other reason I can say I don't think that is because Playground
Straight
Games,
to the
it's the
left.
biggest open secret right now in video games, is that Playground Games, the guys that make Forza Horizon, they just got bought by Microsoft. They are 99.999% in the middle of making a new Fable game. So
Ah!
so on
Why?
that level,
That's scaring me.
I don't think Obsidian will, because I think the Playground game is already working on it, and then that coupled with, even if they were available, I think that their skill set is much better put towards making a new Shadowrun game. Shadowrun was a great RPG. Well, I think it was on Super Nintendo. It was a tabletop role playing system. That'll fit real well into what Obsidian does.
So they still got to support their Pillars of Eternity game that just came out, right?
I assume they'll keep patching it, but
So does Microsoft, I guess, now owns that IP as well? Or?
I don't know the specifications of the deal, but I would assume that once it goes through, they're gonna own.
Should I go
IP
straight
Obsidian owns.
down the hall and to the left to go up?
Yeah, I think go up. Yeah, the third floor. I think we've already been all over the first 2 floors.
Also, I think Microsoft is wanting to invest in their PC space, so I think Pillars of Eternity probably gets a third game. I don't think that series is going to be over by any stretch, but
So what do we think about the Microsoft App Store, like their exclusivity for their Xbox crossplay games? How do you feel about that?
well, if they make it, they have every right for it to be exclusive to them. I've never bought anything on the Windows Store, not counting whatever's Xbox, because I've bought a couple things on there, but I've never felt the need to yet because I didn't play Cuphead, and I haven't heard great things about it from you guys.
Really?
About the Windows Store, not Cuphead.
Oh yeah. I guess go down, Zach.
Go down?
Maybe there's something that's opened up now that we.
I do think it's cool that anything
You
you
got that
buy.
thing from the hand, right?
I like Play Anywhere. I think that's a neat concept, but if they had exclusives, I would use it. But they don't have any exclusives right now. The only ones that they have that I like are like Halo Master Chief Collection, because I play that, but that's not on PC. So
Yeah. I did make the mistake of buying Forza Horizon 3 on that, and just how much of a buggy experience that was on PC. And I tried to return that. And granted, I tried to return it quite a while after.
Does that mean it's locked when it's scribbled right there?
I think so.
I bet.
I tried to buy that quite a while after, or return that quite a while after I had bought it.
mm-hmm.
And just because, they kept promising, well, this patch will fix it, this patch will fix it, this patch will fix it. And it never really did because, it used the DirectX 12 wrapper, which was really just a wrapper for DirectX 11, and it was part of the what do you call them? UWP,
Mm-hmm.
Windows Universal Windows Platform API,
Mm-hmm.
which was supposed to make it cross-platform, but really it was locked down to PC anyway. So what was the point? But it was just, long story short, very underperformant, and that mixed with not being able to refund it, I was just I'm never going to buy anything on this store again. And I haven't. So, did you check that middle door there to the top?
Middle door on the top. Oh, I thought that. Oh, that's not the. Oh, I think we can do that. Let's try it.
I follow what Microsoft is doing because they're a big player in the space, but I'm just kind of wait and see with them. That's why I want to watch their big press conference.
Frick!
There's
Those little dog squeakers.
There's something on that bench over there. You were making that baby trip, man. You're spooking it more than it's spooking you.
Your thoughts? No PSX this year. Signs of the PS5. I think you're gonna see it creep its little head out. The PS5 is gonna. It's gonna be like the groundhog, and I think 2019 it's gonna see its shadow.
Would you guys be okay with that? Because I feel like
I would like to see. I teased, but 2020. Let's.
I think
let's
it
do
gets announced 2020 in the spring. They do their big event where they bring everybody out. Xbox will do the same thing. They'll fly everybody out. They'll announce the box is coming, and the box will launch in the fall.
I don't know why I feel that. But
2020.
I think it's 2020.
19 were rumors.
I think they're gonna
when
tease
the
the heck out of it.
when the Switch was getting rumored, the NX, that thing we were going through a couple years ago with them, where we're like, what is this thing? When is it coming? That will be next year. 2019 will be the year of rumors. We're going to be hearing this and that about the next PlayStation, the next Xbox.
I feel like if it does get announced soon, it's kind of like, I don't know why I feel this way, but it feels like the lifespan of the PS4 is kind of anemic. Like it just didn't have a ton. And I'm looking at your.
It would have 7 years.
I feel like
Really
I
good.
almost
At
completely
2020, it'd be
disagree.
7 years.
I feel like the PS4 has more exclusives than any other console.
Think so?
Yeah, it's got so many quality exclusives. It's been unbelievable. I can't keep up.
Maybe it's just because of the sheer lifespan of the previous generation
Yeah.
consoles. But
Yeah. It will end up being less years because the 360 PS3 was 10.
Have you been out here before?
I have, but I didn't have anything to put in those.
Oh, I do got one now.
I feel like the PS4 from pretty much 2015 through this year has been like boom, 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 like constant. Sorry.
There you go.
Yo, I'm the smartest person on planet Earth.
Did that unlock that door for you?
I hear demons, and I hate this.
But I agree, this gen started real slow. Because I didn't buy a PS4 until 2015 because I was like, what is there to play?
Go back to reception. There was like a riddle there regarding the clock.
We're at.
Reception. Look
I
at
don't
your
like
map.
being out here at all.
Looking at your map. Look at your map.
I hate this.
I think you want to go back the other way.
I'm cool.
Yeah, so go down and then to your right.
Go down and to the right. Okay.
I'm cool with new
Oh,
consoles
yeah.
in 2020, I think. If it was next year, I'd feel a little bit frustrated, but 2020 gives me another...
You'll do about face.
Fall 2020 gives me basically another 2 calendar years to use my Pro, and I'm a year late on the
In
Pro.
here?
So,
Yeah. That's it.
so I think that's fair.
It's written in blood. Gold and old man's palm. Okay, it said 10.
So you already did that one.
Darkness brings a choking heat. Flames run in silence. Hungry beast.
Oh, and then thoughts on no PSX.
I think that is another sign that we are going into this new kind of gen.
Yeah, I
they
think
are.
they've laid out their cards for this gen.
Yeah, it's done.
We know we still got Ghost
What
of
did it say?
Tsushima,
Where was this?
Last of Us, and Death Stranding. There'll be some other things here and there, but
Place so the music room. A silver guidepost is untapped in lost tongues, awakening at the ordained order.
So maybe because I put that sun in, now we can do something else.
Maybe. So the piano was locked.
I will say it is a little weird to me that they're not going to do PSX, even if they just did like some demos and stuff of like Days Gone, Dreams. Like they've got stuff that could use some extra oomph in the marketing right now. So it is a little weird. Kind of feels like with Days Gone that they're kind of just letting that thing.
Is that the which
Maybe
one
it'll
is
ramp
that?
up.
Is that the zombie shooter or whatever?
Yeah, Days Gone with the.
Something different, Dweebo. Have you ever attended the Mega 64 Game Days?
I have not, and we almost went this year. It's going to be next year though.
Are they still making videos?
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, and
I'm way
they
behind on that.
they do something every year where they go to they hold a day one event where they kind of have like they actually hold a mini convention just for them with like them, and they have other kind of vendors and other like they have cool guests and stuff, and then the next day you get to go to Disneyland with them, and they like kind of go in groups. And they kind of split out, and you go with some of the members and stuff.
You
Pretty
almost
cool.
went to this? That's in California.
Yeah.
When was it? Oh,
It's-
for your honeymoon?
No, we were going to go back
Oh,
again
wow.
this year for November because it's next month.
Okay.
But you know
Is
what?
this
I
all-
think we only have the money for one time a year to go to Disneyland. So, well, I think we're gonna push that back to 2019 again.
Yeah.
So this school level's pretty big.
I do not know what to do, but I think this is a good stopping point. Unless you want to give it one last. I mean, what do we do? What do we do with
Go to
the
the
sun?
music room.
Go to the music
on the
room.
second floor.
Okay, the music room will be our. Okay, so we should go up and to the left.
And 20 years later, I still do not know how to figure out the music room puzzles.
You just said you really.
We're gonna look at it right now.
I'd love an explanation of it. I don't think I ever went up that stairwell. Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah. Okay, so music room is down and to the left.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you kill everything in this place.
Maybe we'll do a mini Dwee Bros meetup at Game Days 2019. How about that? We'll just sabotage your event. Dweeb Days. Oh, I have to go back. And... I feel like I'm playing Tomb Raider. That's what they did in Tomb Raider. Alright.
Oh, it is open now. Look. It was live. So this was what I was talking about.
Okay, you weren't lying. Does this mean anything? Check
So-
piano? Yes.
That is just one octave, right?
So what we're looking at here is, can I see the controller?
Okay, we're giving the music expert.
So we're looking at C through B,
Uh-huh.
and it is one octave, correct? So it looks like they weren't touching the black keys. Looks like they were playing a C scale. Okay, hold on. But it's specifically, hold on. It looks like fingers were here, here, and here.
I think you have to play them in a certain order for them to ring the note.
That one always just doesn't make noise. So the ones. Okay.
So C, C sharp, D, D sharp.
Well, there's no
E.
the sharps are the blacks.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm just trying to read the notes from left to right.
Hold on one second.
C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, A sharp, B, B sharp. So is it C through B sharp?
So that's a B.
The black is a B, right?
Yeah, no. That's a B right there. B, G sharp.
Isn't it? So C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp,
I think we're
G,
thinking too hard on
G
this.
sharp, A sharp, B. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what the rhyme or reason is of why some are.
So read the thing on the board. There was like a poem, and I feel like maybe some of the words are a hint.
On the board.
Yeah, right there.
How do you read A?
Hey. Trend in blood. Tall birds without a voice. First flew the greedy pelican, eager for the reward. White wings falling. Then oh man.
So I think it's got to be something to do with like the capital letters. I think like F, E, but not W, not T.
The P chord. My favorite chord. Then came a silent dove, flying around the pelican as far as it could.
Dove. It's a bird. It's a dove.
The doves. I'm from Brooklyn. What can I say? It's the doves, man.
C, C, Y.
Hold on. Let's read those capital letters again. The pelican, P, D, R, S, C. Who will be the key?
Wait a minute. Which of the birds, all the letters in the name of the bird are on that scale? It's not dove, it's not crow, it's not pelican.
You want me to look it up?
No, I'm gonna figure it out. Go back to the first part and read it more slowly. It's a tale of birds without a voice. What bird does not have a voice?
A pelican. A dove.
Greedy pelican. Is it F, G?
The
Came
dove
silent
flew
D.
B. The dove. What's that?
Silent dove. Is that silent D? Is that a... That doesn't make sense. It's not a muted D or something.
Eager for the reward. Eager. Flying. Hold on. EF. FN, no. F. Coming. What are the verbs here?
A tail of birds with
Eager.
voice.
EF.
Oh, man.
F.
I know how to figure it out. You guys
G.
get stumped.
EFFG. C. Let's try that. EFFGC. Any children's game?
Right? I mean, this is anything but a children's game.
Let me know if you guys want a clue.
You know it?
Yeah,
you look it
I
up?
looked it up.
Oh, you
Just
looked it
give
up.
us the clue.
Okay, the clue is
Let's feel we're on the right track.
go. You know, on that little title board, go back that title board.
Okay.
Here's your clue. Here, or go into it. Okay, a tale of birds without a voice. That's all you need to focus on, without a voice. Don't
Mute.
think too hard about it.
Without a voice, something mute.
That's all you need to worry about. Don't think of sounds.
Without a voice.
Just think of the without a voice. And don't think hard about it. Just go back to that piano.
Some of the keys don't make noise.
And that's
Just
what you, that's what
just
you
the
need to
ones
fo-
that don't make
That's
noise.
what you need to focus on.
If that's the case, the poem was kind of redundant.
Spooky clue. Well, it was a red herring. Another bird.
So that
Is a red herring a bird? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also a red herring.
so it's boom.
So the ones that have the most blood on them?
So this, okay, hold on. That doesn't have a voice. Okay, I think I see it. It's this one. Whoops. How many are there? Shoot.
But is it
Okay, there's a little more deep stuff
There's a
to
certain
it in what
sequence
order,
to
but
it.
yeah, what you're talking, yeah, there's a certain sequence.
Let's make sure we know which ones. Yeah, okay, so it's these 5. That one. That one. So let's, what are these notes? We've got a C sharp, a D, C sharp, D, G, A sharp.
Do you want the
Or
order?
B.
Because the poem does go into like, it kind of like, in this way.
C sharp, D, G, A sharp. So let's figure out.
What'd you say again? What was that?
It's C sharp.
No. Not first.
Well, no, I'm saying the ones that don't make a note.
Oh,
What if...
there's a specific order.
I know, I'm just saying which ones don't
Oh,
make a
okay.
note. There's 5 and 5, so first flew the greedy pelican. Eager. So would that be C sharp, D, G, A, or A sharp? I don't have any idea. None of those letters are capital in here.
They're just capitalizing the first line, the first letter of the line. But the nouns are also... Those are also...
It's really goofy how they kind of connected this.
Is there any hint about what we can extrapolate?
I could give you a hint for the first one, but listen how goofy the reasoning is. The first note is D. And it said the first stanza of the clue states that the pelican is eager for its reward, meaning it didn't fly very far, as well as a mention of white wings, a clue that pertains to the pelican being white. Therefore, the first note that you should press is the closest white note that does not have a sound, which is D.
Okay.
Well, if the first one's D, then the next one goes beyond the pelican as far as he could. So that would be A sharp. So I think it's
Yes.
D, A sharp, higher than the dove, just to show that he can. That would be C sharp,
No.
Frick. There's nothing higher than A sharp.
The next one after that is big B, little b.
D sharp.
I don't know what that means. What's big B, little b?
It's B flat. That's A sharp.
Oh, it is.
So what was the one before that? Just A?
It's D, A.
Oh my god.
What is it?
Nothing. It's just annoying. I said A sharp and he just thought A. A sharp and B flat are the same thing. So it's gonna be D, A sharp.
Is B flat A sharp?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Swan glides to find a peaceful spot next to another bird.
A sharp is so like, let's say you have a B sharp.
Yeah.
That's all. The sharp will be the flat of the next note. So B sharp is C flat.
Okay. It's like a B minus is basically a C.
Okay.
No,
That was a C.
a
C
B plus is a C minus.
No, backwards. A B minus is a C plus.
Whoa, no. No way.
A low B is a high
D. We'll try
D?
both of them. D, A,
Yep.
A sharp, and then do we want to
And
do
then
C sharp?
close, but not that.
Let's go the other way.
Just give it to us. I'm annoyed with it.
I got it.
Yeah.
Some bullshit. This better be freaking gold.
Good night, AOI 2012.
What did we do all that for?
What'd that do? Oh, something popped out of the clock.
So now you can put that in the clock.
Oh, we can take that to the other courtyard. Well, I think that's a good place to stop.
That is, yeah.
What a freaking crazy game, dude.
What a crazy stream. We went to different simulated worlds, through some clocks at the moon.
If we are in a simulation, then how crazy are games, bro?
Games are simulation side of simulation.
Something.
Games are like wine, bro.
Wow.
Dude. Whoa.
Wow,
It's
it
like
is.
a virtual machine.
It's a virtual machine. All right, well, thanks for joining us on this spooky, spooky stream. Join us, will you, for next week, where we will be playing the scariest game on planet Earth. And I think you guys would agree with me, the scariest game ever. So, look forward to that. Get your pillow to get ready to hide behind, because I'll get mine. I'll have mine for sure. So thanks for joining us. Check out DweeboYT on Twitter when we're going live, when all this stuff's going to go down. But next week, get several pairs of pants. I would say wear 5 pairs of pants.
Why not?
Poop in one, take off that layer.
Where are all the pants you got? Except it's going to be hard taking off the innermost layer every time. That's the challenge. that's the rub right there.
So if you want a challenge, do that.
Oh boy.
This would have been so much easier if I didn't. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
And beware the pants situation next week.